A lonely sentinel completes another orbit in the void of space, daring to swing closer to the sun than even Mercury. Little do the people of Earth know that one tiny gravitational interaction between either Mercury or Venus could send this object on a collision course with the Earth. Stop me if you've heard this one before. A large asteroid just shot past the Earth and scientists didn't see it coming till it was too late. Near-Earth asteroids seem to have a bad habit of creeping up on us. They're incredibly hard to spot. Nearly every week I see clickbaity headlines warning of a possible asteroid impact, only to find out that the space rock is only about the size of a school bus. This practice is probably enough to cause a sort of cry-wolf effect in most people. There's a general apathy when it comes to the threat that asteroids pose. I remember being terrified as a child that an asteroid was going to smash into the Earth and end my short life before it could even begin. If only my younger self could have seen 2020, they'd be begging for such a sweet release. I'm sure that movies like Deep Impact, Armageddon, and the countless specials on the Discovery Channel about doomsday asteroids that ran in the 90s when I was growing up probably didn't help much in that regard. But despite news companies looking to earn a quick buck off the existential fears of all of us on the ground, near-Earth asteroids are a very real threat. In 2018, a 100-meter wide asteroid came incredibly close to hitting us, and that was large enough to wipe out a city. In fact, in 2019 alone, we had more than 50 close approaches by near-Earth asteroids. And many of those weren't discovered until they were already passing us by. That Chelyabinsk event from 2013, where a meteor exploded over the Russian city of the same name, released more energy than a nuclear bomb, shattered windows, and injured 1,000 people. It's a haunting example of the real threat these objects possess, and shows that perhaps the real danger of such objects doesn't necessarily come from the Oort cloud or beyond the solar system, but right within the inner solar system. A world-ending asteroid was just recently discovered between the orbits of Venus and Mercury, measuring in at about 1 kilometer in diameter. The asteroid in question was difficult to spot, being so close to the sun, but by watching the skies close to sunrise or just shortly after nightfall, scientists utilizing the Zwicky Transient Facility, ZTF, at Palomar University were able to discover the object. The asteroid, named 2019 LF6, is one of 20 objects dubbed Atira asteroids. It orbits at a brisk rate of 151 days, the fastest orbital period for any orbiting object that we've discovered so far. LF6 is very unusual, both in orbit and in size. Its unique orbit explains why such a large asteroid eluded several decades of careful searches. Quanji Yi, the postdoctoral scholar of Caltech and the discoverer of 2019 LF6, said in a statement that these objects are best observed 20 to 30 minutes before and after the sunset, respectively. Together with Wing Huen Ip from the National Central University of Taiwan, Yi's discovered 2 such Atira asteroids. Atira objects are fascinating because they don't orbit within a typical plane that everything else in the solar system seems to follow, orbiting quote-unquote well outside the plane of the solar system. As Caltech professor Tom Prince said in the same statement, according to officials at Caltech, ZTF has also found around 100 near-Earth asteroids and 200 main belt space rocks orbiting between Mars and Jupiter. The problem, of course, with objects like this is that they're so hard for astronomers to actually find, there's no telling how many world-ending asteroids like LF6 there might be. And what's more alarming is the particular orbit that this object takes. It crosses Venus's orbit, and it's possible that LF6 and Venus could cross paths. If the asteroid doesn't collide with Venus, then its gravity could potentially change its orbit, maybe even putting it on a collision course with the Earth. There are a few proposed methods for dealing with such objects, so that they don't pose a threat to our planet. But with so many near misses in recent memory, the question is, will we have time to even react when one comes our way? So, what do you think should be done about near-Earth asteroids? Leave your answer in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell to receive notifications every time a new Science Get episode comes out. I'm Eric Malachite, and I will see you next time.